Já? Bom. Então é isso, vamos aguardar aqui o início da temporada. Falta 10 minutos aqui, segundo o site da Riot. Enquanto isso, vamos jogar aquela partidinha no nosso LORzinho, com aquele deckzinho que eu prometi no vídeo passado, que é o deck de Garen Aurélio Sol, um deckzinho que, segundo o site Mobalytic, ele está com uma taxa de vitória muito satisfatória. Então, bora pro game, enquanto a gente aguarda aí a nossa pronunciamento da Rito Gomes, né, meu parceiro? Vamos ver o que ele traz de novidade aí pro nosso LORzinho, ver se sai a data do lançamento do Red Rift, tão esperado LOL Mobile. Enquanto não começa, a gente joga. Caramba, o quê? Victor Zoe. Victor é bem chato quando ele fica upado. Então você quer um pra gente remover ele. Silence é interessante. Cura também. A mão tá boa. Acredito que para esse deck a mão esteja razoável. Razoável. Beleza. Vamos ver se esse deck é bom mesmo, hein? 5 minutinhos, já vai começar o pronunciamento da Rito. Enquanto isso a gente vai jogando, sendo feliz. Criou aqui um dragão elusivo. Isso é bom, hein? Isso é bom pra gente parar essa fedorenta aqui. E também é bom que ele dá um combo, esse Vitor, ele acaba, a ideia é criar um combo pra poder criar um monte de carta elusiva e dar uma pancada só, finalizar o game, né? Bom, até então, o que ocorreu comigo foi isso, mas vamos tentar evitar isso. Beleza. Ele gastou muita coisa? Deixa ele criar mais uma ou a gente dá Silence nele? Vou guardar esse Silence pra alguma ocasião especial. Ele vai ter algo pra salvar, acredito eu, mano. Cara, eu vou tentar fazer uma paradinha aqui, mano. Bem arriscado, mas... Não, vamos deixar na próxima. Por aqui, tranquilo. Se ele gastar toda a mana dele, aí eu faço aquela parada. Isso. Aí vale a pena aqui. E antes ele podia ter alguma defesa, algo que pudesse impedir, porque só tem um de dano, né? Um de dano não é nada, então... A gente se segura. Beleza, hein?
Vai devagar.
Deu uma palavra-chave aleatória, Victor. É, o Victor é essa parada aí, mano. Ele vai bufando ele até o talo. E a cada fim de rodada, deixa eu ver, início da rodada cria um aprimoramento de núcleo Rex na mão. Então a cada fim de rodada ele vai se bufando, né? Suave, suave. Isso aqui vai ser muito importante pra isso aqui, ó. Isto vai ser bem interessante. Já a gente para esse vídeo. Relaxa. Relaxa, pai.
Vamos lá.
Can I paint you?
Criou mais uma. Eu posso... Olha só o que eu vou fazer, hein, mano. Será que ele vai querer matar meu Garen? Ele pode querer matar meu Garen, mano. Tá. Vamos ver o que ele vai fazer. Se ele não matar meu Garen nessa rodada, na próxima eu lasco ele. Porque eu uso a quietude e uso o combate individual e acabo... Mas ele vai fazer alguma... Ele vai fazer alguma coisa. Vamos ver. Tranquilo, tranquilo. Ih, rapaz. Ih, rapaz. Segura ele com isso aqui. E agora? I don't know.
What is this?
Falta 1 minuto aqui pra Rito começar seu pronunciamento. Vamos ver, já a gente tá indo pra lá. Isso é bom, hein, bebê? Isso é bom, hein? Isso muda os planos da situação. Isso muda os planos, hein? Pá. 6. Pouco se fosse 4, mano. E agora, José? Vamos fazer o seguinte.
A justiça não espera ninguém.
Vamos bater aqui, ele vai colocar provavelmente aquilo ali. Se ele não colocar, beleza. Aí a gente faz isso aqui. Só bufando, garoto. O garoto tá só bufando o menino. Já vai começar? Já tá começando aqui a paradinha da Rito Gomes. Mano, ele vai bufar demais esse cara, mano. Tem. Não sei. E a Rito vai começar, mano. A Rito tá começando, hein, mano. 1 minuto, mandou avisar que é 1 minuto, vai começar. Tá. Um minuto e 1 minuto e 20 já começa a transmissão. Caraca, o maluco tá bufando demais, hein, mano. Tá bufando demais isso aí, mano. Se eu descer isso aqui, mano. Desce ou não desce? E agora? Eu posso descer isso aqui na próxima pra poder... Pá. Pode ser. Isso aqui pelo menos eu impeço a bexiga ali de criar uma nova carta ali, a nossa Zoizinha. Caso ele venha de Zoe, dá uma impedida aí. Ou se ele conseguir dar elusivo pra essa desgraça aqui, eu também tô aqui pra parar. Só bufando, deixa ele. Mano do céu, o cara vai virar um monstro isso aí, mano. Que é isso, mano? Quanto ódio no seu coração, maluco.
Eu estou pronto.
Quanto ódio no coração desse cara, maluco.
Demacia prevalecerá.
Eu dei muito mole, eu deveria ter parado ele antes, mano. Acabou. Game over, beleza. Tomamos aquela surrinha de leve. Desconcentrado, né? A primeira partida foi desconcentrada. Vamos focar aqui, que a Rito já vai começar. Ou já começou? Começou, mano.
Hey everyone, SafeLocked here on behalf of the League Dev team to welcome you to Season 2021. We want to start today by saying thank you for being here. We're so excited
Meu
you
Deus,
tuned
cadê a
in from
legenda?
all over the
Estamos muito
world as
animados
we
para
kick off
jogar.
the next year of League together.
Próximo ano de LOR.
In some ways, this year will be a little different. As you know, there are more ways than ever to enjoy League. Our hope is that we can create a few moments throughout the year where we can all come together and celebrate as a community. So, to that note, League devs from across Riot are joining us today to help kick off the new season. Here's a look at everything we have in store. Today marks the start of a new season in League, and with that, a new chapter for Runeterra. So, there's something we'd like to show you. If you've been following League for a while, you'll know that since reuniting, Senna and Lucian have been fighting back the darkness. But as the black mist continues to spread beyond the Shadow Isles, Runeterra faces a new threat that could leave the world in ruin.
Nossa, olha o clipezinho da cena, mano.
Again. What did you do to this thing?
You'll have it fixed by Mudtown. With currents and wind conditions, we can be there in 3 days. É maneiro demais, né, cara? As animações da Riot estão broke demais. The mist should be leagues from here.
Well, it saved us a trip.
Uau!
Senna,
Hey, we don't run from darkness.
we light the way.
Nós iluminamos o caminho aqui, broken. Que isso? Mano, eles capricham demais nessa animação, cara. Caraca, mano.
You don't belong here.
I have crossed
Quem é esse? É o Rei Destruído? É ele? É ele.
ruination to get back to her. Return, my queen.
You will destroy this world.
Esse, pra quem não sabe, é o novo campeão do LoL que tá chegando aí, o Rei Destruído, eu acho. Será? Ih, rapaz, o coração dela. Parada é essa, mano? Ih, olha ela aí. Nossa, mãe do céu. Minha calma, broke demais, hein? Nossa, olha a pop! Caraca, mano! Muito maneira! Quê? Quê? What a Vayne, maluco! Nossa, que lindo demais! É a Vayne fidada, mano! E lutando, dois amigos lutando. E a Karma também. E a Karma se livrou, né, mano? Mano do céu, chega lá pra arrepiar essa história, mano. Ah, esse cara vai ser brabo que tá chegando, hein? Que isso? Ih, deu ruim pra cena, hein? Ah, disparador destruído. Nossa! Quem pegou? Ah, foi o Lúcia. Ele coletou a alma dela, sei lá, mano. Mó doideira. Cara, esse cara vai ser brook demais, mano. Na moral. É, LOLzinho. Vamos ver o que vamos falar do Runeterra, hein, mano. Vai ter tudo sobre o Runeterra aqui hoje também.
We have to go back for her.
Vamos voltar para ajudá-la.
Senna,
Shen.
we can't defeat him alone.
Não podemos derrotá-lo sozinho. Nossa, dá até arrepio, mano. Cara, essa temporada promete, cara. Adorei a pop, cara. Quem não gosta de jogar de pop, né? Bota pop no Runeterra, né, mano? Nossa, mãe do céu, hein? Incrível animação.
And even though we love a good cliffhanger, this time we're going
Cara,
to
a
continue the
Riot
story
capricha demais,
across
cara.
multiple league experiences throughout the year. We'll talk more about what that looks like during the stream. With that, let's hand things over to the rest of the League PC team to share a sneak peek at some of the new champions, skins, and gameplay changes coming this year. First off is Jeremy Lee, who's going to catch you up on the preseason item changes and look ahead to some of what's new coming in 2021.
Vê o que vem por aí, mano. Olha lá. Ixi.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeremy, aka Riot Brightmoon, the lead
E aí,
producer for
beleza?
gameplay on League of Legends. I am so excited to welcome all of you to the start of season 2021. Today I'm going to talk about some of the recent updates we've made to help you get ready for this new season, as well as some of the things we're working on that we haven't released yet. So let's get to it.
Preciso Camp. Falando sobre a temporada do LoL por enquanto, né? Nada sobre o Runeterra por enquanto. Até agora, né?
Strong as it continues to evolve. Deciding which items to buy is part of your path to victory in every game. And item choices, stats, and effects should be clear and understandable. So we took a look at every item and talked about what was working well and what we could improve. Some items haven't changed much, but we've removed some others and added some new picks, all to make sure that each item has a clear and unique purpose in the game. One problem we especially wanted to solve was that most of the time, earning a powerful item just wasn't very rewarding. Getting your first big item should feel impactful, and champions of every playstyle should have multiple choices to be excited about. So, we've added Mythics, a new item class with a powerful effect that shape the way you play each game.
É, pra quem nunca jogou LoL, ele tá falando sobre os novos itens míticos que entraram na pré-temporada, né? Foram bem interessantes. Ó a popzinha ali.
Mythics are so powerful, you can only have one at a time, so choose wisely. Another area we focused on was the shop itself. We've wanted to improve the shop for a long time, but the technology it was using was too old and fragile. We've completely rebuilt the shop with new tech and tons of improvements. For example, we've smartened up the recommended tab to make suggestions based on what high-level players are building, and which items are good against the enemy team. So if you're worried about having to relearn items, don't panic. The new shop's got your back. Updating such a foundational system is going to have a big impact on the game. So we're keeping a close eye on balance and what everyone is building.
Fala aí, Thomas, beleza? Estamos aqui vendo as novidades que vai sair sobre
all the players who've been giving us feedback along the way.
Nova
Please keep it coming.
da Riot Games,
Because
né?
like the rest of League, the item system will continue evolving.
Vamos ver se tem alguma novidade sobre Runeterra, Wild Rift. O LoLzinho eu também jogo, mas eu não gosto de jogar em live não, que ele acaba pesando um pouco no meu PC.
Changes to ranked to prep for this season. So before you get started on the climb, which by the way you can do today, let's take a look at what's new. We know it's been frustrating to win streak into promos only to go 1 and 2 when the stakes are high. So we're removing promotion series between divisions. You'll still go through promos between tiers, like from silver to gold, but otherwise it's smooth
Interessante isso
climbing.
aí.
This means that you'll no longer have demotion protection between divisions, but you'll still have that buffer once you reach a new tier. We also know that starting a new season just to grind back up to where you finished the previous one can feel a little tedious. So we've adjusted the way that provisionals work. This year, you should start your climb
Cara,
closer
talvez eu faça uma
to where you
livezinha de
ended.
LoL também. Talvez,
And for all
mano.
of us
Talvez. Tô
sweaty
pensando
hopefuls,
aqui.
Master tier and above unlocks immediately with the new
Apesar de eu
rank
gostar
season,
mais de jogar
which
Runeterra do que o
means
próprio
the
LoL.
race
Acho mais
to first
divertido
and
pra mim,
Challenger
né?
is open today. There's still a minimum LP requirement for Grandmaster and Challenger, but no more waiting 2 weeks for it to unlock. It's ready now, if you are.
O cara já vai direto.
Finally, we've been making some improvements to matchmaking and player behavior features. Over the past 6 months, we've been improving our detection and punishment of players who quit or intentionally ruin the game for others. While we still have a lot to do, we've been able to improve detection of players intentionally feeding by 40%. And we're also seeing meaningful decreases in players AFKing in games. But even if it's happening less, when it does happen, it can be really frustrating. So one of the big highlights we've recently shipped is LP mitigation. So now you don't lose as much LP when someone on your team AFKs in ranked. And
Bora
players
falar
who
logo do
leave
nosso
will also lose
Runeterrazinho,
more
bebê.
LP for abandoning their team. We'll talk more about our additional plans here soon, as we hope to make more changes that encourages everyone to work together to get to that victory screen.
Clash.
It was a long time coming, but I'm happy to say
Clash é
that we've
tipo
had a great
torneio
first year
do,
of Clash.
do próprio
Over
LoLzinho, pra
28
quem não
million
conhece.
players played Clash in 2020, and we want to keep that momentum going. This year, we want to make sure that everyone who wants to play Clash can participate. So we're looking at improvements to the free agent tab. Right now, a group of 4 can find their missing player, but we're also exploring a way for free agents to find themselves a team. We're also going to test running Clash tournaments during the week, so that those of you who work weekends will still have your shot at glory.
Ficar de olho, vamos ficar de olho se vai ver
Or
algo
going
do...
0-3 like I usually do, although I swear I have won a Clash once. The first Clash tournament of 2021 starts next weekend. We know it'd be a little much to finish all of your placements before then, so for this tournament only, you don't need to be placed in ranked. Looking further towards the future, we want to focus on improving the systems that exist around the game. And let me tell you, League has a lot of these. Ranked, Honor, Summoner level, Champion Mastery, Event Passes, you get the point. Needless to say, there's a lot going on, and it doesn't always feel like things are working
Ele também trouxe novidade no Runeterra sobre esse
Spending time
sobre o
in
torneio
League
também, né?
should
Talvez eles vão
feel
falar sobre
meaningful,
isso
no
já
matter how
já.
you're doing it. And we want to bring all these complex systems together in a way that gives you clear progress and rewards for everything that you do. We also want to recognize your personal accomplishments and playstyle and show them off to other players. So whether it's flexing on your friends with your rank, celebrating your skin collection of your favorite champion,
E eu
or
tenho a
just how
maioria
many
daquelas
champs you have Mastery 7 on, we want the way you play to feel meaningful and easy to show off.
Uau!
Now, we're still in early development on all this, but we'll share more later this year.
Nossa, que broke, mano. Lindo
Now,
demais.
good luck with your climb in ranked, your
Deu vontade de
rerolls in
jogar LOL,
ARAM,
hein?
and snatching that Clash trophy with your friends. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing all of you on the Rift.
Oi?
Hi, I'm Ryan Reeve Morales,
Tá aqui, tá
the
sendo aqui?
lead producer of the Champions team. I want
Foi
to
mal.
take a little time to talk with you about some of the plans Champions team has in store for 2021. So last year, we set a goal to ship at least one new champion in every position, with the exception
sobre os
of
novos
mid lane,
campeões do
where
LoL.
we wanted to have both
Até
a
agora
mage
tudo tranquilo.
and a melee champion. We believe that players shouldn't have to go longer than a year to get a new champion to try in their role. So this is something we plan on doing again this year. Up first on that list is a new jungler, one you just saw in the opening cinematic. That's right, we're finally bringing Viego,
Aí, falei do
the
Rei
Ruin
Destruído?
King,
Tava
into
certo,
League as a
mano.
playable champion.
Ele vai
At
ser
long
caçador.
last, he's more than just an item. And to prove it, here's a quick peek at the new gameplay.
Aí, vou
he'll be
mostrar a
bringing
gameplay
to
dele
the
pela
Rift.
primeira vez. Vamos dar uma olhadinha. Nossa. Caraca, mano. Caraca, ele roubou. Ele virou o cara.
If you want to try
What?
him out yourself, he'll be hitting PBE very soon and
Como
goes
assim? Você
live
viu? Ele virou
later
Lúcia,
this month.
mano. Que ele se transforma. Aí vai ser um
So
campeão
Viego's
difícil, hein?
release is just the start of the Ruined King story. And the next 3 new champions we will be releasing this year will also tie into Viego's return. Now, for a while, we've been wanting to add more magic damage fighters, especially one tailor-made for top lane. We believe snipping a bigger space out of our roster for AP fighters will not only lead to more diversity in top lane, but also more choices for other lanes as well. And with that goal in mind, we began to sew together a new champion for the Ruined King's return. But where do their loyalties lie? With Viego or with Senna and Lucian in the fight for hope?
Deixou
Also,
em
for our
aberto aí.
internet sleuths out there, we hid a small Easter egg for this champ in the Ruined King game. So let's see if any of you can find it. So after we pass through the new skirmisher, the next champion after that is a gloomy new artillery mage who would prefer if we just didn't even bother her at all.
Nossa, que incrível.
I mean, I don't blame her. These days, there's so much skill shots and dashes and hyperactivity around Summoner's Rift. Either way, as tiring as all these champions can be, shooting skill shots everywhere, sure beats being back in that happy-go-lucky Bandle City. She would choose anything over that colorful, horrible, bright place. Now, the third champion that'll be part of the Ruined King's return is a marksman. But much like Senna, they are planned for a non-traditional position. It's a bit too early, though, to say more about this champ, so look out for future roadmaps for a new Sentinel of Light.
Atualização de campeão, até aí tudo bem.
Now that we've talked about some of our plans for new champions, let's get right into VGUs. So first of all, we're still
Falando
hard at
sobre
work
a
on the Dr.
remake do
Mundo
Dr. Mundo, né?
update,
Também é um
which should go
campeão que
live
poderia
this
muito
spring.
bem vir pro.
We really want to amplify Mundo's whole like
Runeterra
dark
fácil.
comedy theme while bringing his visuals up to date as well. Last time we shared his new concept, we heard a lot of feedback from players
Nossa,
that his
ficou
hair
bonito demais,
was a
hein?
bit too well groomed
Eu tinha
for Mundo.
assistido mais
We
cedo no
talked
laboratório
as
de
a
Zal
team
esse
about that,
vazamento
and
aí.
we agreed with it. So we updated it to look less well kept, as you can see in the new portrait art shown here. Now, as for his gameplay, we still want Mundo to go where he pleases, chucking cleavers along the way, so we'll be keeping a lot of what you love about Mundo intact. But look out for a new dev blog this week that'll go way deeper into Mundo's development. Finally, we announced another player choice VGU poll last year, and while we didn't quite make it for 2020, we're happy to say it's coming this week. You'll be able to choose which champion you think we should update next.
Bacana, bacana
The
isso.
poll will include 5 champions, 2 returning champions in
Shyvana.
Shyvana and Nocturne, as well as 3 newcomers in
O Dia.
Udyr,
O Dia vai ganhar,
Quinn,
mano.
and Skarner. But before casting your vote, you can learn more about why we chose these champions, what we would consider changing on them, so that you can make the best, most informed decision on who to vote for. This will be coming in a dev blog along with the poll this week. So that wraps it up for Champions team. I can't wait for you all to see the new champions we have in store for Viego's return,
Bora que a gente quer ver
as
coisas do
well as what you
Runeterra,
think of
mano.
Mundo's VGU progress. Thanks for watching, and see you on the Rift.
Hey everyone, I'm John, aka Bellissimo, and I'm the product lead for personalization and events here on the League dev team. Let's not waste any time and get into some of the things that we have planned for 2021.
Novas skins.
With over 150 champions in League, there are a lot of mains to make skins for.
Bom, mano,
So in
deixa eu dar uma olhada
2020,
na
we
parada
stepped
aqui.
up the number of skins that we ship each year in hopes that champion mains would no longer have to wait years between skins. But that doesn't mean our work is done. There are still some champions who haven't gotten a skin in a while. So this year, you can expect something for Fiddlesticks, Tom Kench, Corky, Camille, Galio, Lulu, Nautilus, Wukong, Nunu, Sejuani, Rumble, Yumi.
Anunciando as novas
And Switch.
skins por enquanto.
If your favorite champion isn't on the list, don't worry. There are lots more to come as we plan to ship over 140 skins this year. This also includes some skins for our more popular champions, including Vayne, Caitlyn, and Blitzcrank.
Oi, amor, deixa eu ver aqui, calma aí. Temáticas.
For any given thematic, there's only so many champions that really make sense in that world. With us making more and more skins every year, it means that we run into a problem that we call thematic exhaustion. This means that we've either run out of champions that work well in a thematic, where players show their lack of interest through purchase rate, play rate, and feedback. All of this indicates that we should keep trying new things. We'll still be revisiting some of our most popular thematics this year, like Project and Battle Academia. But we also want to explore new worlds. In February, we'll be celebrating Lunar New Year with a brand new thematic, set in 2057, the Year of the Ox. Lunar Beast is a world where futuristic cityscapes and ancient temples collide. High-fashion streetwear with a touch of traditional elegance is the style of this year's Lunar New Year celebration. Here's a first look at Fiora, Jarvan, and Alistar, who are all part of this year's Lunar Beast squad. If psychedelic retrofuturism in space is more your vibe, then good news. Our second major thematic of the year is Space Groove, an eccentric take on a sci-fi universe full of far-out fun and color. The laws of physics and logic don't always apply here, but some of our favorite champions just really dig that, man. We have lots of ideas for new thematics, and we'd love your help in prioritizing which ones you want to see the most. So this week, we're holding a player choice vote between 3 thematics that we've been exploring.
Tudo normal.
Codenamed Monster Tamers, Crime City Nightmare, and Debonair 2.0. Monster Tamers is a world where champions harness powerful creatures from across Runeterra to challenge each other in high-stakes matches. In Crime City Nightmare, we focus on the crimescape that is Valorant City, where a street war takes a dark and horrifying turn, as a mysterious figure introduces those desperate for power to an ancient Cthulhu-inspired.
Runeterra não, do Valorant pode ser.
Finally, we have Debonair 2.0, in a world where powerful elixirs grant extraordinary abilities. 2 rival clubs vie for power. Classy opulence meets modern noir as champions work together to take back what they believe is theirs. We're going to ship whichever thematic gets the most votes this year, and we may revisit some of the others later, depending on your interest and feedback.
Eventos.
We've been working to improve events on League, and this year, there are 3 main areas we want to focus on. For starters, we're going to keep running featured game modes alongside every major event. One of our biggest learnings last year was that players most actively played modes that amplify champion fantasies. For example, in Earth, we amplify fantasies by asking, what if my champion could cast all the time? Or in One for All, we ask, what if my champion got to stack with itself? We believe that there are other interesting ways to amplify champion fantasies, and we'll be exploring a new mode in 2021, as well as bringing back our existing roster of rotating game modes. The second area we'd like to focus on is the event pass system. 2020 was a crazy year, and while we were able to ship a lot of content, we weren't able to get to some of the event pass changes that we were hoping to. We think clarity and ease of experience can improve a lot, and we'll be sharing more details on our plans to revamp the system in the first half of this year. Finally, one of the things that made Spirit Blossom stand out from other events was that it was centered around the lore of Runeterra. We've gotten feedback that you want to see Runeterra stories move forward. The world evolves, and League's champions continue their journeys. At the end of Spirit Blossom, Ahri and Yasuo left Ionia on an adventure to Bilgewater. Their story will continue in The Ruined King, a League of Legends story. But things aren't going to end there. Viego's back, and we'll be following his path of destruction in League PC later this year. Where will the ruination spread next? Who can stand up to the Ruined King?
Quem poderá enfrentar o Rei Destruído?
Thanks so much for watching. The only reason we get to do any of this cool stuff is because of your continued support. So on behalf of the League dev team, thank you.
Bora falar do nosso Runeterra aí, meu querido.
Hey folks, Brian Feeney here, the design director of Wild Rift.
It's
so cool to be part of kicking off a new year of League, and we can't wait to show you what we've been working on. When developing Wild Rift, we aim to create an experience that is authentic to League, keeping things just the same when it makes sense.
Wild Rift vai ser o jogo
we've
do
also
ano.
made some changes to champions, skins, and the map to make sure things feel great for Wild Rift players. We also know many of you are still waiting to play Wild Rift, and it's taking us a little longer than we planned to get it out to you all. So, here's an update on our open beta rollout plans for the next few months. We're aiming to start service in the Americas in March. We're currently working on ways to make sure you get access to a bunch of champions quickly when you join, so you can start building up
tem 2 meses aí pra gente começar a jogar esse jogo
então. We'll have more
hein.
details soon, and we can't wait for you to start playing.
Beleza, é nóis. Champions.
Many of us fell in love with League when we found our first main. For me, it was Twisted Fate. I told myself it was for those sweet card throwing and picking out plays, but I think we all really knew it was about
Este
not
Fate
needing to
entrando
walk
no
back to
Wild
lane
Rift.
when you could globally teleport at level 1. When choosing which champs to bring to Wild Rift, we primarily focus on the ones who can expand on the gameplay and thematics that we're currently missing.
Interessante.
Wild Rift has around 50 champs,
50
and in
campeões, tá bom.
2021, we're really looking to broaden that pool. Our goal is to release an average
Garenzeira.
of
Se eu
2
jogar
champions
Wild
every
Rift, vou jogar só de Garen.
Not our
mano.
main goal, we do feel this is a cool throwback to 2009 League PC. Anyways, let's check out some champions. Coming later this year will be one of our highest skill cap champs thus far,
Catarina,
Katarina.
tá prima aí, ó.
She promises to pick the perfect time to strike with her deadly daggers and...
Ui!
Okay, alright, let me explain. When we're bringing champions over to Wild Rift, we want to keep their fantasies and playstyles
Estilo de
intact.
jogos intact.
We only look to change abilities if they don't work on twin stick controls, or if there's a cool opportunity to really make them shine.
Entendi.
In this case, it's both. We know from Katarina players that her fantasy comes from weaving her ult in and out of fights using Shunpo. But in our playtests, we saw that it ended up being super easy to cancel our ult accidentally with the joystick. So we tried letting Katarina slowly move and reposition while ulting, which ended
Caraca,
up
mano.
feeling really awesome on
Vai
twin stick
andar durante a
controls.
ult, é isso mesmo?
It's time to
Aí,
let it rip.
papai do
Rolling
céu.
in sometime after will be Rammus the Armadillo.
Ah, cara, eu
We
quero
wanted to
jogar
preserve
Wild Rift,
Rammus's
mano.
fantasy of gotta go fast, and saw an opportunity to wild drift. Rammus now passively rolls, gaining out-of-combat movement speed, and the twin stick controls give Rammus a new way to really zoom around the map. Rammus' new
Maneiro, hein?
ultimate, Soaring Slam, enables him to leap into
O
the
quê?
air and create tremors where
Ai,
he lands.
nossa, mãe do
The
céu.
size of the tremors
Ok.
are based on his powerball speed. With these
Nossa,
changes, we're
mano.
hoping Rammus can feel more than okay on
Okay.
Wild Rift. And finally,
mundão.
as for Dr. Mundo, his update will be coming to Wild Rift a bit later in the year, because right now we're focused on getting the game in as many hands as possible.
Ah, tá falando da
So while Mundo
atualização.
will still go where he pleases, he'll just be taking his time getting there, as he pleases.
Mecânica de jogo.
We're
Okay.
going to be making some upgrades over the next few months to flesh out Wild Rift's gameplay. One of our big focuses will be our in-game item pool. You've seen the item overhaul that just hit in League PC, and while we plan to eventually adopt some of these changes, we aren't quite there yet. In the meantime, we're looking at the item options currently available in Wild Rift and working to fill in some of the gaps. You can expect us to continue expanding itemization options throughout the year. We're also looking into more ways to play, as one of the things players have been asking about is additional game modes. Today, I'm pleased to announce we're working on our version of All Random, All Mid, or ARAM, and you can help
Vai
us test
colocar
it
o
out later
Aran,
this
mano.
year.
Bacana,
If you want a more
interessante.
competitive experience, great news.
A
Our
primeira
first
temporada
official
ranqueada
ranked
oficial
season
começará em
is starting soon.
breve.
Beyond the usual matchmaking and ranked improvements, we also want to do more to support competitive play. So we're looking into a couple of things this year. One feature you can expect
Eu acho que o
soon
próximo
is
vai
the
falar sobre
ping
isso, hein?
reply system,
Vai falar
which
sobre
should help
o
you more
Runeterra, hein,
easily
gente?
coordinate with your team and acknowledge their calls. Finally, a lot of you have been asking for a way to have more choice over the position you play in-game. We're actively working on a solution for this, and we'll bring you updates on this soon.
Eventos.
We're going to be running a ton of events throughout 2021, with new ways to play and share the magic of League with your friends. Events are one of the ways we can create shared moments with League PC. That way, players can experience the world of League of Legends together. Our next shared moment will be the futuristic meets traditional Lunar Beast event in February. As a
É
celebration
isso aí?
of the
É,
Lunar New
né?
Year, the
Caraca,
squad will be
saudades.
joined by Miss Fortune
Nossa.
in a new skin unique to Wild Rift. We'll keep teaming up with League
Nossa,
PC throughout the year, as we really don't want any missed opportunities. Outside of events, you can expect to
Fala
see
aí,
some other skin
tranquilo,
lines
Sugar
making an
Amor, como é que você
appearance
tá?
early this year.
Vamos vendo aqui a novidade, ver se sai alguma coisa sobre o Runeterra. Tá falando sobre o
We have
Wild Rift,
even more
mano.
plans for the year, so let's jump into some
Cara, eu quero
rapid-fire
muito jogar esse
previews.
jogo, cara.
We'll be heading to Targon later this year to battle for the heavens.
Já dá pra jogar pelo VPN,
We'll
cara, mas
also
eu
be making
não
our
quero
first
tomar ban,
stop
não, mano.
at the
Tem muita
lovely
gente tomando
Shadow
ban.
Isles. We're working on our first to Wild Rift skin line, and later, two of League's
Aí, o
deadliest
Eric's aí é meu,
champions will
é meu
face off
duzinho no
and
LoL,
hopefully
mano.
settle the score once
Espero
and
que ele
for
jogue
all.
também o Wild Rift no celular e vai ser broken, hein, mano. Não precisa jogar em qualquer lugar. Ah, e segundo informação, vai sair em março aqui na América, cara.
Before we go, You may have been wondering
vai
where
poder
Timo
jogar
went
LOLzinho
after
junto
Jinx
aí no celular,
teleported
mano.
him and a few others onto Wild Rift. He's had an interesting journey, and now he's starring in our biggest in-game event yet. Check out the new Tales of Runeterra, featuring Timo and some of his Yordle pals.
Então vai sair o nosso Wild Rift. Ó o Timo! O que houve, mano? Tadinho do Timo, o que tá rolando? Lulu.
Corky, I've got this.
But Timo's AWOL. You
Huh?
need recon. I'll help you find him.
I know where he is. The Bilgewater pages are missing from his scout journal.
Yeah,
Besides,
well.
weren't there enemy bogies spotted over
Que história é essa daí, mano?
Bogies? Why didn't you say so?
A gente vai jogar LOLzinho o dia inteiro, hein, mano? Só no celular. Como assim?
Lieutenant Lulu, this rock is the most important part of the mission. You've got this. Bye.
I always have to guard the rock.
Vigiar a pedra.
I can do a lot of things.
Eles vão atrás do Timo. O Timo sumiu, mano.
I'll fix that.
Timo? Timo, sound off. Whoa, a double cannon.
É isso, mano.
Oh.
Not a single bogey. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. She thinks I lost you. Well, not this, my boy.
This rock never does anything.
Ai, ai.
You're not gonna... What? No Tristana?
Nope.
Mission's gone south. Want to go cause a ruckus?
É o Cork, tá estranhão, mano.
I thought I struck gold.
Caraca, capturou agora a Tristana e o Timo. Aí lascou, mano.
You
got it. Don't care how much those Yordles are worth on the bounty board. They're a ticking time bomb of trouble.
Quit your whining. That cage is runic iron.
Oh, Corky.
Ah, o Cork vai chegar fidado, hein, mano.
Randall City's most decorated lions!
Quê?
That makes 3.
Nossa, mãe do céu.
What was your plan?
Oh, I'm just a
A
distraction.
Lulu vai salvar geral, olha só.
What?
As I said, tick, tick, tick.
Oh.
Donna?
Nossa, a Lulu tá ultada, mano.
Hey, and it doesn't do anything. I'm starting to think that maybe. Don't touch your Donna.
É, acabou a ult. Bora, Timo.
Timo.
That all the mustard you got? Right now, get off me!
Drop your weapon.
O Timo tá invisível. Ixi.
What's a Bandle Gunner without her support?
Ah, maneiro, hein?
What I tell you, don't mess with Yordles.
Whew, thanks. I thought I wasn't gonna. Not with friends like these furballs. What were you here for anyway?
Vandal Scout mission badge number 389.
Ah, missão escoteiro. Adotou um bichinho? É.
Cute, huh?
It's a soul-devouring seaworm.
Quê? Como assim, mano? O que tinha ali dentro? Será que é o novo campeão, mano?
Timo, Tristana, Lulu, Corky, and also Kennen are making their debut on Wild Rift this week.
Ah.
The Yordle Expedition event will take place over the next few weeks with champs, skins, goodies, and an in-game experience where you can follow the Yordles on their journey throughout Runeterra. That's all from us.
Cara,
for now.
Wild Rift,
We're
cara, eu tenho que
so
jogar Wild
excited
Rift
to
aqui no
share more
canal,
in the
mano.
future. See you on
Vou
Wild Rift.
preparar meu computador pra emular ou botar. Eu não tenho um celular bom pra rodar isso aí, não. Tomara que rode, né, no celular velho que eu tenho aqui. E agora, hein?
Hi,
Aí ele aí.
I'm Jeff Jew, executive producer for Legends of Runeterra.
Agora é o nosso
And I'm here
Runeterra.
to talk to you about our plans for 2021. But first, let me get a little sentimental. Nearly a year ago, we set out to build a better card game, and the progress we've made has only been possible with your feedback and your support.
Chegou a hora,
Since our
galera.
launch on PC and mobile, we've released hundreds of new cards, brought over fan
Are we
favorite
even?
champions, and added new features like rotating game modes and
É, a
in-game
competição foi
tournaments.
bacana, hein? Pena que eu ainda
And
não
the good
competi
news
ainda,
is,
mas vou chegar
we're
lá.
just getting started.
In 2021, we're focusing on leveling up our approach to champions and bringing more social features to Legends of Runeterra, while introducing new regions to the game.
Próxima região, anunciando a próxima região. Vamos ver, hein?
From the deep seas of Bilgewater to the summits of
Targon,
Targon, we've explored a lot of Runeterra so far. Up next, we're traveling to the magnificent ancient land
Shurima,
of Shurima,
mano.
home to desert nomads who travel the sands, monsters hidden beneath, and the ascended beings that rule above.
Bacana, hein?
This is Shurima like you've never seen it before. A flourishing civilization with a rich history and a bold new future. But we're not just here to geek out over the lore. Let's talk about gameplay. Shurima will add some really cool new mechanics to the game. From seeking buried relics to predicting the future, or tapping into the godlike power of the Ascended. Shurima's power is available to those who are resourceful enough to thrive. But be warned, the sands do not forgive. We'll be sharing more about Shurima and when you can wander its dunes early in the year.
Será que vem o Nazão?
As part of this year's goal to focus more on champions, we're looking for new ways to get you more champions more often, even outside of our bi-monthly expansion releases. The first of these champion releases is right around the corner, featuring everyone's favorite sad moon boy. That's right, Aphelios is coming to LOR next month.
Nossa, Aphelios, mano.
Aphelios is a gun-swapping Lunari who's kind of that strong, silent type. Sort of like my usual co-host who's just not here right now. Has anyone seen him?
Nossa, Aphelios, que isso?
When you summon Aphelios, you'll choose which weapon in his arsenal to use first. But to really utilize Aphelios to his full potential, you should also be thinking about which weapon you'll need several rounds in the future. The strategy will become more complex as you play more moon weapons alongside the brand new Targon cards. Confused? Don't worry, a loon will guide you. But our focus on champions doesn't end with Aphelios. We're also keeping champions in mind in almost all of the new features we're developing. The first of which may look pretty familiar to some of you. Champion Mastery is coming to Legends of Runeterra. As you play games with each champion, you'll level up your Champion Mastery, getting new cosmetic flair for your collection. Paying off your dedications to champions you love is important to us, as is enabling your ability to style on your opponents. Now everyone will know they were slapped by someone who has an unhealthy fixation with Maokai.
Ah, eu odeio jogar contra Maokai, mano. Joga com amigos. Interessante.
Last year,
no
we
passado nós
focused a
focamos
lot
bastante
on competitive play with ranked,
contendas,
gauntlets, and seasonal
torneios
tournaments.
sazonais.
We're continuing to invest in competition this year, and I'm happy to announce that our next seasonal tournament will be happening at the end of February. But we believe we have an opportunity to make Legends of Runeterra a game that's fun to play with friends too. We miss the days of meeting up for late night games and making fun of each other for some really interesting plays. So I'm excited to share that our first cooperative lab is coming this week on January 13th. In this unique game mode, the Noxian army is advancing, and the only way to take them down is through the power of friendship. Work alongside your ally with decks that are built for teamwork. Darius is about to hit you with a Noxian guillotine. Don't worry, your buddies got your back. The forces of Noxus grow stronger each turn, so plan your path to victory before you're completely overrun. This is just our first foray into the world of cooperative modes, and we're looking forward to seeing what you think. Your feedback will help shape the sorts of labs we explore in the future, and you can expect to see more social features this year.
Mas uma coisa.
Finally, we had a blast working with the League team on Spirit Blossom, and we're excited to partner with them again. But they would ruin me if I said anything else. Like seriously, I don't even think I'd be missed.
Quem não chora quando isso acontece, hein?
Well, that about wraps things up for me. Legends of Runeterra has already come so far since I first spoke to you last year, and the whole team is looking forward to doing even more for you in 2021. Thanks for watching.
Show de bola, hein? Temos o Aphelios, rapaziada. Vamos falar sobre ele, hein? A gente vai dar uma analisada fina nisso aí.
Hey everyone,
pra gente
I'm
ver.
Teach, product lead for Teamfight Tactics and washed up Set 1 Challenger player. Let's talk about what's happening for TFT in 2021. we have some pretty big plans for this year. We want to ship 2 new sets.
Bom, enquanto fala sobre TFT, deixa eu ver um negócio aqui rapidinho, já volto.
And experiment with some of the new ways to play.
Resolveu?
Let's start with
Então
the
tá,
Fates
beleza.
mid set. This set will be available next patch, and all I have to say is, Brilliant Soul and Swain are back.
Nossa, mano, eu
This is
gostei
our
das
second
novidades,
take
hein?
on a mid set. And this time we're swapping out even more champions and traits.
Gostei do que vem por aí por Runeterra. Apesar de estar hiper, mega animado pra jogar Wild
to ensure that
Rift.
you'll have all new team comps to discover and master.
Vou daqui a pouco, deixa eu acabar aqui, tá
You'll also see the
acabando
return
já.
of a few old favorites, with their abilities set to the mythic tier. We're really excited about Ornn, who'll be bringing along his unique ability of forging upgradable items. And it wouldn't be a mid set without a new rank stage. You'll be seeing the usual partial ranked reset, and you'll get new ranked emotes based on the sweet LP you've gained over the current rank stage. We also have 2 completely unique arenas, Club 2 and Lunar City. Club 2 is a brand new arena with beats so sick, not even Chonk could resist bumping to them.
Maneiro, né? TFT também é bacana, né?
And meanwhile, Lunar City will immerse you in a futuristic setting during the Lunar New Year celebration. And of course, it wouldn't be complete without new Lunar New Year themed Little Legends and a Fate Stage 2 pass. All this will go live with patch 11.2. This spring, we'll launch our next set and bring you into TFT's most dramatic setting yet. Corruption is nigh, and the balance between good and evil has tilted.
Garizão.
The rising tension could yield grave consequences in the convergence, so we'll need you to help restore the balance. As we get
A gente vai
closer,
fazer uma análise
we'll share
mais a
more
funda,
details
vou
on the
rever esse
theme
vídeo
and
da
what to
parte que
expect
fala sobre
from the board.
Runeterra, pra gente trocar uma ideia sobre esse novo campeão, sobre a Félios e essa nova região, e o que tá por vir por aí.
We'll also be adding something else to TFT, along with the next set. Something new, something turbo. We're working on a mode that you can play when you're shorter on time, like during meetings, during class, late at night, on your commute, waiting for food, or yes, even on the John. It's still TFT, but a bit simpler and much faster. We'll share more information later in the year, and we're excited to see what you all think about our first mode.
E olha lá, falando sobre competitivo de
Last year we
TFT
held
já,
the
hein, cara.
first
Tô
TFT Global Championship. And it was awesome to see some of the best players in the
animado
world
pra ver o primeiro
battling
torneio de Runeterra.
Unfortunately for us in NA, EU really put on a show, and KC Double walked away with the title. Now we're looking forward to the Fates Championship. The regional qualifiers have begun, and the Fates Champion will be crowned in just a few months. We're also looking to improve the viewing experience for those events, and we're happy to say we have begun development on a spectator specifically for esports viewership. There are still a few unknowns, but our goal is to have this ready by the next set's finals. And if that changes, we'll let you know. This isn't all we have planned for 2021. The set that was teased earlier will also have a mid-set drop this summer, and another brand new set will be coming in the fall. But we'll have more to say about all that stuff later in the year. For now, we hope you're as excited as we are about what's coming, and we'll see you soon with the second half of Fates.
Hello, I'm John Needham, and let's talk esports.
Vamos
As
ver,
you
hein?
dive into Rank Up this year, our pro players are gearing up for their own competitive
Mas vocês vão falar
tournament,
do
starting with the LPL this weekend and across the
CBLOL,
globe
você vai
throughout
falar
the
do
month.
Runeterra sobre isso,
LOL
vai ter alguma
esports
competição esse
teams will
ano.
be vying for supremacy on Summoner's Rift. But first, I want to touch on what's in store in our new emerging competitive scenes. Let's start with League of Legends Wild Rift.
Competição Wild Rift.
We're putting our mobile version of League in the hands of many
Muitas
players
pessoas por
around
todo
the
mundo.
world.
Cara, isso vai ser
The
sensacional.
Wild Rift Open Beta has been very successful, and we're excited about the future. Like League PC, it's wildly competitive, with the depth, complexity, and high-stakes moments that make for a great sport. While it's still incredibly early, we're all very excited to bring our passion and dedication
Cara,
for
vai ser
esports
incrível,
to
mano.
mobile. We're committed to building this authentic league experience for years to come and planning to get things started with Wild Rift Esports in 2021. Stay tuned for more updates later this year. We're also excited to evolve Teamfight Tactics Esports this year.
Beleza, falando do TFT,
Players from
já
all
teve uma
over the world
competição já.
competed in our first global championship last year, celebrating the Galaxy set. The international fan response exceeded our expectations, and this year we're upping the ante. Not only will each set have a global championship event, but we'll also be investing more in regional qualifying events and prize pools. For Legends of Runeterra, it's time to stoke the fires of competition. In 2021, players can compete in exciting region-wide tournaments hosted entirely in-game. Players will join the competition through ladder or qualifier events and work to earn their spot on the next big tournament. Once they've qualified, over 1,000 players will face off to compete for cash prizes and the pride of being the best in their region.
Premiação em dinheiro no LoR.
We're all here today to kick off a new season for the biggest esport
Olha
on the
que
planet.
incrível, premiação em dinheiro. Vai jogar de casa. E a classificação é no jogo.
But we're not looking back. We're ready to redefine League of Legends esports for the next 10 years. You'll see it in the fresh new looks of leagues around the world.
Cara, que incrível, mano.
The LCK in Korea, LCS in North America, and CBLOL in Brazil.
CBLOL.
You'll feel it in the excitement of our sport's rising stars who are hell-bent on making a name for themselves. Join us on social at LOL Esports and also at lolesports.com. In 2021, we're also returning to China for our World
O Campeonato Mundial do LoL vai ser na China de novo, como foi anunciado ano passado.
Instead of the mostly virtual worlds you saw in 2020, we're planning to take our fans on a massive tour of multiple cities across China. Worlds 2021 aims to be the biggest esports tournament ever.
Cara, tem muita coisa pra gente falar.
Sporting events on the planet. I'm pleased to announce today the host city of 2021 Worlds Finals, Shenzhen. This bold, modern city is on the rise, making it the perfect destination for the biggest moment in our sport. An exciting new city for the next chapter in LoL esports. With all this, and much more to come, 2021 is set to be our biggest season yet. We see this as a new beginning, and we're going to make our second decade of esports at Riot Games even better than the first.
Incrível, cara.
An exciting new era of LoL esports awaits, and it all starts today. Next starts now.
O futuro é agora. Essa é a vantagem de jogar um jogo da Riot, mano. Eles são muito competitivos, cara. E pro LoR, cara, falar que pra entrar na competição depende do seu desempenho no jogo e ainda vai valer grana, dinheiro, nossa, que incrível. Novo meta. Será que eles vão finalizar agora? Cara, eu tô muito empolgado com as novidades que tá pra vir no LoR. Wild Rift também. Os próximos 10 anos começam agora. Bem-vindos a um novo LoR. Nossa, mano. O troféuzão do LoLzão, do Mundial, né?
With that, we've just about wrapped up our stream for
É
today.
isso aí, vamos encerrar a transmissão. Show de bola, cara.
Whether you're looking to begin your
Incrível!
climb,
Ah,
team
platina.
up with your friends, or even search for yordles.
Vou rever tudo isso, cara. Vou trazer pra você cada
We'll also
detalhe
have
aí.
some more ways to ring in the new year throughout the week, including missions, in-game rewards, player choice
Cara,
votes,
incrível, mano.
and community moments, so we can celebrate together. Finally, this is just a preview of what's in store for the year, with many more exciting surprises to come. Thank you so much for watching, and welcome to Season 2021.
Hey everyone! Peace.
Hey guys.
Hey everyone! I just want to wish everybody an awesome 2021.
Ah, o
Welcome
porão.
to Season 11.
It's a new season.
I'm quite hyped about it, and hopefully so are you.
2021.
Será que aparece um brasileiro aí? Vamos ver.
새로운 시즌에는 우리 모두 원하는 티어에 갔으면 좋겠습니다. 짜스! 저도 열심히 해서 반드시 골드 갈게요.
希望大家可以突破自我，取得好成绩。 Hepinize bol LP'li güzel zaferler diliyorum.
Y muchísima suerte en todas sus rankings.
Disfruten jugando con sus amigos. Saludos.
Será que vai ter brasileiro aí?
Möge euch alles gelingen. Viel Glück und viel Spaß in 2021.
Tem que ter Brazuca aí, hein?
Всем игрокам League of Legends отличного лута, держать мою жабу и быть всегда на позитиве.
Вы лучшие.
Next year, I'm very excited to climb the ladder.
Whatever rank goal you may have, hopefully you achieve it.
And stay very awesome.
Thanks for being part of the League of Legends community.
I'm expecting to see each and every one of y'all out on the Rift.
Good luck in your games.
Good luck and have fun in the year of 2021.
올 한해 여러분들이 원하시는 티어 꼭 얻으시길 바라겠습니다. 감사합니다.
May the best player win, or as we say in French, que le meilleur gagne.
May year 2021 be full of top 4s, but not against me.
See you on the Rift. Good luck on the climb.
Have fun with the new season.
You got this.
Have fun. See you.
Nossa, que bacana, hein, gente? Que bacana, cara. Que live incrível. Ó, Redestruído. Timo. Animadíssimo pra essa temporada 2021, cara, que vai ser incrível, com certeza. Acabou? Acabou, mano. Então é isso. A gente encerra por aqui também a nossa live. Vou... Rapaz, tem que ver isso depois tudo de novo, cara. Incrível, 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 incrível. A gente finaliza por aqui nossa live. Vou dar uma analisada nesse vídeo todo de novo pra gente ver o que tem de bom no Runeterra e no Wild Rift, que com certeza eu vou jogar aqui na nossa live também. E é isso aí, cara. Fiquei muito animado com o competitivo. A forma de você entrar no competitivo, que é através do próprio jogo, ou seja, se você tá animado para se tornar um jogador profissional de LOR, né? De Runeterra, cara, só subir na ranqueada. Se eu não me engano, por enquanto, o competitivo é até os 700 melhores mestres do servidor, né? Eu acho que eles vão aumentar esse número aí, pelo que eu entendi ali. Mas vamos nessa. Valeu, muito obrigado mesmo. A gente volta aí com mais vídeo hoje ainda, com todas essas novidades. E um abraço para todos vocês e valeu. Fui, até a próxima. E até mais tarde, né? Que tem vídeo hoje. Com certeza que eu vou fazer um vídeo para falar sobre todo esse assunto. Valeu, muito obrigado.